Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to make sure that this is centered. It looks like it should be okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started with the reading here, Taurus, and this is going to be a general. This is what I usually do all the time. We are going to be using some oracles, just FYI. If you guys were interested, we will be clarifying. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading, Taurus. And I'm going to do it like this, okay? So what I'm going to do is shuffle on the camera, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pull from the top just to see what's going to come out here for you. This could be anything. We can start off with any card. Oh, let's see. Well, that was two. Let's see what happens or what's coming out here first for you. Ooh, Taurus. This is not bad, okay, depending on your situation. Now, whatever comes out after this, this is how we know there's going to be a transformative energy happening for you. And we already know that because we know that Uranus is in Taurus, and that's going to be moving. And so I will say that your life is going to change, okay, just based on that alone. Now, there has already been endings. There has already been endings. There has already been the start of change for most of you. This is a very powerful card coming out in the beginning part of the reading. And moving onward, we're going to see what that change is going to be. We're going to see what the endings, and sometimes this is just endings to problems. It doesn't have to be such a bad thing. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. And burning, anything dealing with fire, to me, this is letting me know that it is a cleansing. Okay, that you guys are experiencing some type of cleansing. I feel like it's spiritual, but also this has something to do with, ending certain types of relationships that have been just, not so good to you, certain types of mentalities, and certain behaviors. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here with the Death card. But let's keep going here, Taurus. Let's see what's coming out. Next card. Ooh, we got the King of Wands in the reverse. Now, we know that all the cards that I use is in the upright. Okay, so do not fear. This is still a good card because if this is in the upright after the Death card, you are ready for change. You are taking action in that area. But with this being in the reverse, for some of you, this is someone you had a child with who no longer will be in your life, who you are learning to distance yourself from. Okay? I'm going to give you a few different scenarios because it's going to hit some of you guys because now I'm being a little bit more specific. So if you are dealing with a person who you have a child with, I don't see them being a huge factor for you in the future. And I'm not going to say 2025 because, again, it takes time for this energy to, occur. But I do see that there is going to be someone who's not around. Okay. Now, for some of you, you've experienced death like before, like it happened, like you've experienced some kind of death in the past. It could have been like an old boyfriend or someone you used to be with. I do see a Mote energy here for some of you. Okay. But like I said, with the King of Wands being in the upright, okay, we already know it's upright. I see you taking action. I see that you love the change that you are experiencing. You're ready to work. Some of you guys are ready for new love. You're just, again, remember when I said about that old energy burning, cleansing that away. You're getting rid of certain types of emotions you have for someone. I totally see that, okay? So yeah, we are going to clarify that. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Some of you are definitely dealing with a Scorpio, by the way. Very handsome, attractive Scorpio. Ooh, okay. And very good looking. This could be a beauty. A beauty could be a divine feminine as well. All right, let's get your last card and we're gonna go deep. Last one is, ooh, the Devil in reverse. This is good. Now remember, this is still upright. We see the possibility of this leaving your life, something that's been corroding it, whatever that may be. Remember, we talked about beer issues. This would be codependency, the way you spend your money, not having enough money, right? The end of poverty for a lot of you, the end of codependency, okay? Let's just be real. All right. So I definitely see, just based on this reading, that there's about to be some positive changes for you. But I'm telling you, there has been something that has been gripping y'all asses. Okay. I'm talking about you loving somebody so heartedly, no matter what anyone tell you, you just don't want to let them go. I'm saying that some of you have been in a position where you have lost money. I'm talking about major, especially the double card in reverse is even worse than it being upright. I'm talking about major finances, major financial problems. A lot of you have experienced that. Now, like I said before, that card talks about the changes in these situations. So you want a change in these major financial difficulties. You want a change in this codependent relationship and these addictions and these toxic habits, behavior patterns. You want a change in that. But some of y'all have been brought down to the ground. I'm talking about loving someone, brought you all the way down. You done gave them too much money. You didn't know how to tell them no. Okay, you've been there and done that. Now we're going to go ahead and clarify these cards. Now, it's so funny that you're ending up being the last read for right now, right? And how deep your readings always, you've been deeper than Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all spiritual. So if you guys have Sagittarius in your chart, spirituality is about to just be on a whole nother level for you. Okay? Because this is a spiritual evolution for you as well, Taurus. But I love the fact that your circumstances, your situations are going to change for the better. Let's go ahead. Are you guys ready? I am. Now, let's go ahead and clarify this death card. Let's see what's coming out here for you. Let me sit up. All right, I need you guys to see the card. So let's clarify this death card. What's this about? I don't like the way that popped out. Ooh. We're going to get this one, but we got to get one that pops. There we go. Ooh, ooh. I didn't say, I'm just telling. Catalyst for change. Ooh wee, what does it say? Things about to go down. Oh, it's about to go down. Didn't we get this card before here, Taurus? Didn't we get this card before? When I said about beating a dead horse. We already know there's going to be something that's going to irritate you. And I say it because when it happens, you're going to be like, this is exactly what Yaz been talking about for the past, so long, right? This is the reason why I'm uploading videos from a year ago. And a lot of y'all were like, oh my God, it's happening right now. That is crazy. Okay, so this is the reason I do that, because we're reading future. And I'm not saying it may not be far in the future, but for some of you it could be. Ooh, that was correct. Look at that. This came out, I didn't like the way it fell, but wasn't that true? Look at what it's saying. Storm brewing. It says violent or something being done and over with. It's the end. It's a breakup. Look at this, y'all. Y'all think that you see how Spirit is like, no, tell them the truth. Here with this third party energy about another influence being involved, somebody else being the influencer. I don't care if it's a mother or a friend, even children, influencing someone that you want to be with. Causing what? Arguments. There it is. Fights. That's that whip of tongue. We're talking about someone being so, and I don't want to say abusive, because again, I got to be careful, because, there are people who actually experience physical abuse, right? Like some people really experience that. And yes, this has happened because we did see violence, right? But we're talking about if it's not verbally, and that's better. No, it's not. And see, to me, it feels like someone was betraying or portraying themselves to be something that they're not. And then everything came to the surface, and baby, it is going to pop off. If it hasn't, it will. This could be a friend of yours getting in the middle of you and your man, or getting in between you and your girl. Like I said, it could be a mama too, but somebody getting in between. Or just someone in general who was just faking a funk. They were just liars to begin with. I mean, when I tell you, you couldn't look how big this deck is, y'all. It could have been anything. Look at this. Look at this. And then look at what I pick up. Mars, Destroyer, Anger. This was at the bottom of this deck. When I slew, this was the one that fell out. Look how big this deck is. You had every card to tell you why something is ending. Every card. So it's not like you won't know. It's giving you specifics. It's giving you specifics of why something needs to end. Why you need to cut the cord. Why you need to walk away and stop fooling yourself. And some of you, you're going to be forced to do it anyway. This is not something that you can walk away from or turn a blind eye to. You can't. It's too abrasive. When you're looking at this energy, it says it's too tense. And the person has been doing this over and over again, which is the reason why you have repetitive energy there. Or how many times are you going to break up and get back together? Break up and get back together. Aren't you tired of that? So here, this is why Bellow is here, because it talks about a change. Yes, a change. Okay, that is what you're going to be experiencing. Oh, let me go ahead and say this. I said it for a few other readings. When you are on your mobile phone for YouTube, I don't care who you are, okay? I've seen this with beauty gurus. They will be on their phone trying to do something, and then for some odd reason, it's cutting out. I'm not really sure why YouTube made it difficult for mobile users. This is probably the easiest and the best way you can do it, which is the reason why people love TikTok. I don't know why they're making it so difficult. But if you guys experience this, bear with me. When you go back, it'll be a little bit better. Yes, it'll be a little bit of skipping, but you'll get the gist of the reading, okay? I just had to do this today just because I didn't have time to record. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have gotten any reading. So I do apologize about that, Lilia. Okay. Well, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get the King of Wands. Let's see what comes out here. King of Wands. All right. Just wanted to pop out. What was that? A good omen. To get rid of, somebody has some regrets. Someone has some guilt. Neptune, no longer being in an illusion. Not hanging on to someone. Not staying in a fantasy with someone that you may have a child with. There it is, I told you. That Death card is bringing these new beginnings, and that Wands is saying you are going to be on like a bullet train moving in a different direction. You see how the King of Wands talks about action, and this card is saying spontaneity. That's what's going to happen in your life. That's the type of life you're going to experience. There's going to be a lover that's going to come in here, and it's going to be more of a fire energy. Someone that is not predictable. Good for you, because you guys are Earth. You're more practical, more rational. And I'm not saying that this person can't be. They seem very intelligent. But they're all about action. And that's what you need. And I see that you're going to have more so of a carefree spirit in this 2025. You're going to try to resist it, though. I can see it. I can see you trying to resist it a little bit. Look at what card came out, y'all. Look at this. Look at that word. Peace and harmony. This is a new person. Look at the beautiful things that come out on this dolphin card. Two dolphins, by the way, which means this is someone that's going to be a companion. I've already that you guys have a divine counterpart. And you guys already know my King of Wands is always considered to be a new person, by the way. It says this person will bring peace and harmony, will be very helpful. They have really good communication skills. I love it. They can be very humorous. This could also be someone that you can start a business with, but more than anything, you're going to experience joy. That's why the beginning card is there. This is new. You were dealing with one before, grown as hell, with a very childish, naive attitude, didn't want to grow up, depend on anyone and everybody for something that they did not have, that they could have had, but they didn't want to get it on their own. This is the person you've been dealing with. And to say, okay, we're going to have to cut this away. because it's too painful and you've been holding on to a very painful experience and was not going anywhere. This is not helpful to you, which is the reason why I'm going to show Taurus to turn that devil upside down and get rid of this codependency that you have with this person or the idea of something that isn't right. You will be experiencing harmony. I love the fact that communication is here because, this is the opposite of violent communication. This is the opposite of someone who gets upset very quickly. I see that even for you. You're not around people who trigger you. You can get triggered very easily. And that's been something that you've been praying about. Oh God, please, I'm irritated. I have an irritating spirit. And so for some of you, any little thing gets on your nerves. So and that is going to turn around because now life is starting to get a lot easier for you. I feel like part of this Neptune is talking about, like I said before, this inspiration to want to do better and someone coming in here and inspiring you to show you that life is not what you've been experiencing because you've been stuck in this fantasy with this other person or whoever. Okay? All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this card. This is where we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, this is it. Let's get down to it. We're going to pull a few cards for this one. Double card for Taurus. Some of you are definitely dealing with a Capricorn. You have the unexpected, fire element. Here it is again, fire element. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And a role very heavily in your chart. In his reading, rather. Ooh-wee. Let's start moon. Let's start with the moon. A lot of you have been manipulated. Manipulation can come in all forms. Any form, all forms, manipulation can come. That is about to change. Whatever it that have been weighing you down, that is about to be removed. You see how this card again talks about a fantasy, but it also talks about your psyche. Things that's sitting in your subconscious. This is fear. What are you afraid of? Or who has made you afraid of something? This is the boogeyman. It is the man that won't love you, the woman that don't love you, the family member who hasn't shown love to you, or the very fact that you don't ever feel that you're going to experience the type of love that you want, the type of fear of feeling that you're going to always be poor, sitting in your subconscious mind. That is what's going to get removed from you. Okay? Now, look at what happens. Now you're free. Here you have free will and opportunity. Now, I feel like there's been things in a way, like I don't know what it's been. It's a few things, but there's been some things that has blockages because the devil card is definitely Saturn. So it says that now because those blockages are going to get removed, you will be on the road to freedom. Now you have options and opportunities that are going to come in here to bring you money. 2 + 4. Bring you new homes, bring you some type of stability. Bring you a beautiful place to stay or a place to stay. Some of your environment change for the better. And I see that you're going to be able to freely move about. Freely. Some of you have not been able to freely move about. Now, the next card that comes out here talks about a deeply bond. Now, let's just get to what this means. This looks good on the surface, right? This card by itself is good because we already know you have a love that's going to be amazing because it's peaceful and harmonious, right? But this one is saying uncommon bond. This is one of those situations where you've been with someone or again around someone that has been so hard to turn your back on. You notice these 2 little ducks or loons, whatever they call. Now their backs are turned towards each other. You can look at this in different ways. You can look at 2 strangers bumping into each other and it's meant to happen. You two are on the same path in the same place at the same time, and you bump into this person. And for some of you, you are growing apart. But I feel like it's a type of relationship that you guys have been in that has been very messy, toxic to some degree. That is what we're looking at. And even with this fire element, it's just explosive. We actually saw that before, where all these and fights, overdoing things. It doesn't have to be this way. This is the reason why harmony is there. It's been too much of this and not enough of this. And so, like I said before, I feel like a lot of you were all in on something that was not meant to be, and you're holding it on with all your might, and the universe is saying, you gotta let go. And you're kicking and screaming. I think I had told you that before. Guys are kicking and screaming when it comes down to leaving someone. Let's get your last card. Boom. We can't show that one. I'm not gonna use this one. Let's get another one. Look at that. This is where you headed. Here with the Ten of Cups, this is where you're headed. Your reading is mostly about love. I can tell you that with money, like I said before, it's going to be an increase in that. You're going to have the ability to do the things that you want to do. Like I said, I personally feel like there is some type of change in your job, or you will be doing something when it comes to a new kind of work. And this one doesn't really talk about a new kind of work. To me, it feels like it's, let me see. It feels like there's some type of recognition, and it's something that you're wanting because you have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So promotion, recognition, okay? Yeah, because there's an announcement that's going to be made, or you're going to get a phone call about some type of job opportunity. Yeah, Ace of Wands could be something that you're creating, or you're going to be making money based on your own craft. Now, this is what your craft is. Okay, this could be, I don't know why I heard like rapping. I don't know why I heard that. Rapping, singing, pianist, performer. Okay, because I see stage, I see television, I see social media. Okay, or maybe online business. Okay, for a lot of you. Now, the Ten of Cups is fulfillment. Period. There's just no other way around it. And this is everything. How can you be happy, sad in one area? Now, we're not going to say that you're not going to have any issues or problems, but I see total fulfillment here, which makes sense because you have peace and harmony, and you are experiencing this. You're not experiencing those ups and downs and the twists and the turns that Uranus have been bringing in here to you. You haven't, and you won't. Things are going to get so much better. Now, we're going to go ahead and clarify that. Let's get the Ten of Cups here for Taurus. Thank you. I really do feel like there is, some of you are grieving here. Because see, that Death card came out first. I feel like some of you guys are grieving some loss of some sort. And this feels like this already happened, because I think I made mention of that earlier, right? Didn't I make mention of that? So I feel like that was someone already, or something like that occurred with somebody. I don't know, it's some kind of father figure. That's what I see. But either way, there is a change, okay? Part of this talks about feeling defeated, right? So you're experiencing this cups because you had the sense of defeat. You know, the Death card is Scorpio. I mean, it brings you all the way down. I keep saying all the way down, all the way down. And it's basically demands for you to change, okay? And so we see it's going to be for the better because you got the rising above here. All right, the rising above. And you know, that someone is saying, you know, that their father or someone, because, you know, sometimes when you look at a very spiritual reading, we can talk about ancestry, right? We can talk about ancestors. Usually that comes about, that happens. You know, I'm not that type of reader. It's a lot that I can see a lot, right? But I'm not what a lot of people consider to be a medium. Okay, I don't talk to, you know. But you know, it comes out sometimes even inside of the card. Okay, you guys have, you know, been feeling exposed or some way unprotected from people who don't like you or something like that, or someone who's out to get you, or someone that you dated or something. Some of you guys have experienced something like that. Okay, or feeling attacked. Okay, you feel unsafe. And so you guys actually have a very strong angel in your reading. Now, some of that could also include ancestor. So I'm happy you said that. I think it was Darius. is that made a comment about that. So yeah. Okay, so that's something that I'm saying. Now here, this is why I can tell you that there's about to be a beautiful change, because the death card started first and then this is it ends. You guys see that? It ends just like this. Okay. I am seeing that some of you are going to experience death in different forms. And that's just what it is. That's what I see. I feel like some of you have already experienced that. But it is going to, I'm not saying like an actual physical death is going to make you happy. No. Okay. But that is something that some of you guys may experience. But I mean, that happens. So it's just like that's automatically for most people, a lot of people. But this is a little bit different. What this is different is saying you are going to feel like you are flying, right? You're going to feel like now life is a lot lighter because you're lifted. And it's because of that 10 of Cups. It's the same thing that we saw, that catalyst energy. Now you are ready to move, take action. Like we said with that King of Wands, it's all making sense. But there's an ending here, and it is meant to happen. Okay, it is meant to happen. Like I said before, some of this is talking about, you know, like I said, like a parent that's deadbeat, or you're dealing with a deadbeat mother, a dead like baby mama, deadbeat, you know, baby daddy. Some of you guys are, you know, that's what that means. They're not in your child's life. Okay, so that's why I said, you know, death in many forms. But this is what I have for you here, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. If you are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below. I appreciate you guys sticking and hanging in there. I really do. I'm be honest. You guys are some cool cats. Okay, I appreciate that. I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow. I love you guys and talk to you soon. Oh, and if you guys get unsubscribed, please make sure you guys subscribe back. Make sure you subscribe, because I've been hearing that that's